Hi, good morning. So I wanted to start off my day by packaging my orders, first playing a little with my cat. So the first thing is this mix by Natasha Rachel. This dress I found in my last haul. If you saw the little thrift with me, this was such a great find. It sold within one day being listed on Friday. The next thing was this actual Kim Ono basically robe. I found this also at a regular thrift store. And this took, I believe, a little less than a month and sold for $38, so I was really happy about that sale. Next item to sell was this naked cashmere button front cardigan. I actually found this in the Goodwill outlet. I was super shocked. It was a really picked over bin and it was literally on the bottom of the bin. So that sold for, I believe, $70. The next item was this Anthropologie, the Odells. This was actually funny. When I've been going through my inventory, I found this unlisted. I relisted it and it sold within a couple days of being relisted. So yeah, and the rest of them were bread and butter sales. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do a little vlog or working vlog with me. So right now it's about 9:39 and I apologize, the landscapers are outside, so hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. But as you can see this morning, I kind of chilled a little bit and then I got my items packaged up and ready to go. Over the weekend I had about 17 orders, which I'm really grateful for because it was a really good weekend. Sorry about that. So today what I thought I would take you along with me is I did get some listings up. So I did about 5 listings already basically. I drafted them on Sunday. So what I'm thinking is I have a little bit of time this morning. I do want to go thrifting. There is a thrift store that does do 50% off sometimes. So I wanted to check it out today and take you with me to see if we can find anything. So yeah, let's go. I'll take you with me and we'll see what we can find today. Okay, so I'm sorry about the lighting, but little update, I did try to go to that thrift store, but unfortunately it was really packed. I did find some stuff, but comps were pretty bad, so I did come to one more thrift store. I did stop and get Starbucks just as a little pick-me-up. That place really stressed me out. So the goal is to find like 3 or 5 items in here, so hopefully I can do that, and hopefully it is not a waste of time, but that's okay if it is. I am trying to remain positive and just like working on my mindset. And yeah, I'll kind of give you guys an update when I get back, just kind of some things that I'm trying to implement and not over stress about. So yeah, let's go in and see what we can find. Okay, so the first thing I did find was these Rae Dunn jeans. After checking comps, unfortunately I did have to leave them. Same with this J. McLaughlin like sweater. Later, I did find an actual like stain on it, so I decided to leave it. This Bowden dress, I kind of went back and forth. It was a little faded, and they were also asking $11.99 for it, even though it was a new tag, like newer label. I just did not want to spend it. I put it in my cart, but later put it back. This was a J. Jill new tag dress. Again, they wanted $9, and I just did not want to pay that at all. This 511 jacket actually had really bad comps, and I was kind of sad because I did actually like the jacket and I was gonna get it, but yeah, I had to leave that one behind. This next thing was a Natural Life dress. I was gonna get it, but again, they wanted $6 and I just felt it was only gonna sell for like 20 bucks. I could have gotten it, but just wasn't really feeling it that day, I guess. And I'm sorry, this is really awkward, but this was free fly and I would have picked this up if it was priced lower. Again, it was $9 and just couldn't pick it up. Just looking, sorry it didn't show up close, but these were Pistola kind of utility jumpsuits, and I was really excited about it. But after checking comps, these were performing pretty bad, so I did just decide to leave them as well. I am back. So the thrift store was an actual bust, which is okay, we'll talk about it, but I don't know if you guys have ever tried, but this is like one of my favorite places. It's called Qdoba. So I got a bowl, and it looks like this, and it has like chicken, beans, sour cream. Let me open it for you so I can show you real quick. So don't mind my random floss, but so it's a bowl and it has like chicken, just like think of it like a Chipotle, but better in my opinion. So I'm actually going to eat this, chow down, relax. And then what I'm gonna do next is I have a small pile. Let me show you real quick. I already kind of put it on the ground, ready to photograph. So I'm gonna photograph this stuff, and then, hey Mar, hey. I'm gonna photograph this stuff and get it listed. I have about 10 items I wanna photograph, and then I think while I'm photographing, I can kind of talk to you about some things going on with like the thrift store that I'm noticing, and like kind of my plans for like full-time reselling, because I know I kind of left it on a cliffhanger on my last video, and I kind of was just in a, I don't know, like I was feeling all types of ways, and I was just kind of feeling overwhelmed basically with myself. So I'll give you a little update with that. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my food, kind of relax, chill, and then we'll kind of talk about some things, and yeah, right? All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I just finished my little burrito thing or bowl thing. It was actually really good, but I want to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit. Like I was saying, so don't mind my fish. That is Bill, by the way. It's my fish, Bill. Yeah, he just likes to come and say hi sometimes, and he's really funny. So we've had him for a really long time. I think he's like a cichlid fish, or like a hybrid cichlid fish. So yeah, he's a pretty big boy. Hey Bill, good afternoon. Okay, so I went thrifting today, as you know, and it didn't go that great. And it's not going to be a super long spiel because I do have some listings to get done. Hopefully my table is not really a mess. If it is, sorry. But so I went thrifting today, and something I really realized is that the thrift store prices, as I've mentioned a lot of times, my thrift store prices are kind of really crazy. And I'm just kind of continuing to notice kind of a trend. And I would love to know if you guys are experiencing this. I know in my last videos, this is kind of a hot topic that I've been talking about, but you know, I really want to talk about it because I think being transparent is, you know, not only good, but I think it's helpful for other people. I know in my last video, I talked a lot about questioning full-time reselling, but I think what I'm going to do is give myself around 3 months. And the reason I'm giving myself 3 months is to see if I can continue doing full-time reselling in a sustainable way, right? The 3 months is just to give myself some space so I don't constantly think about it. Because for me, sometimes if I see a problem, I just really immediately want to fix it, right? And sometimes we just can't fix it right away. That's just the nature of things. Sometimes things take a while to figure themselves out, basically, and we can't control everything, right? So what I can control is just my mindset and how it makes me feel. So if those 3 months after those 3 months, if I'm feeling the pressure, if I can't find enough inventory to sustain what I personally want to make from full-time reselling, that's when I will add a part-time job in. And that's only so I don't have to only rely on reselling. I do not think that I'll go back to a 9-to-5 job. I was trying to look at jobs and like look to, I don't know, apply for them. And I just felt this like immediate wash of like, oh no, I don't want to do this again. There's nothing wrong with 9-to-5 jobs. Like, please don't take this personal when I say it. It's just for my personality, it does not fit well for me. So that's why if I do a part-time job, it'll be something where like I'm on my feet, I'm walking around, I'm not sitting at a desk all day. If I do sit at a desk, it would be only part-time. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like, you know, I didn't want that video to come across negative. I really want to be honest and I want to show transparency. You know, if something works for me, I want to share that. And if something doesn't work, I want to share that too. So yeah, I am excited about this stuff. I think it's positive for me. I have 10 items to get listed, right, Mar? And honestly, eating my food did make me feel a lot better. Sometimes when I have a bad sourcing day, I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to like a coffee or some kind of like treat or food, and that usually helps me feel better, right, Mar? Right? Mar really loves to eat cheese, so I had like shredded cheese on my thing, and she wanted it so bad. We sometimes give her a little piece of cheese here and there. Not often, but yeah, she was begging. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's 1:41. Well, I'm not excited to do photos. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get these done. I might show you little clips of me photographing, and then I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so I didn't find anything at the thrift store, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm listing because I found some really good stuff last time I went out thrifting. This is called Dovetail Workwear. These are some overalls. They have a great sell-through rate. They have a little bit of flaws, but still thought it was worth picking up. This is Reformation. So cute. This is a cashmere like cardigan. Anning Bing, I think Annie Bing, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but this is a sweatshirt. This is 100% cashmere, Pilcrow, kind of like mock neck. This is flax, size small, linen. This is a new to me brand. I've never heard of this. This is called Black Borg, I think, and it's brand new with tags. I found all of this actually at the Goodwill outlet. So I was lucky enough to find both sets, which is cool. This is LL Bean, kind of like a corduroy jacket. This is a Lululemon kind of long sleeve workout top. I don't always pick up Lululemon, but I felt this was, you know, would still sell. And then I did also find this. This was a style-based pickup. So really cute, kind of like mesh with lace and like, I don't know, sheerness to it. So I thought it should sell decent. And then I've actually never heard of this brand. This is called Great on the front, but when I looked inside, it's actually by the brand Farm, and it's called Gorin Bros. When I looked it up, these hats were actually performing really well. So yeah, most of this stuff I found in picked over bins. Yeah, so most of the items I don't actually like get to new bins most of the time, or like I don't really want to get to new bins just because it's kind of chaotic at the Goodwill outlet. But yeah, I'm really excited about everything I'm listing. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But I think it's 2:22 and I started at 1:40. So I spent about 40 minutes doing photos. I am kind of slow. I do photos and I measure. So yeah, my cat's like being so needy right now. Stop, Mar. Say hi. So I think what I'm going to actually do is I am probably going to go to the gym and then I'm going to list the rest of the items, but I think I'm going to close it out for today. Sorry, hopefully you can see me. So I think I'm going to close it out for today. Like I said, I'm going to go to the gym around like 2:40 or 3 o'clock. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break. And yeah, I'm trying to implement going back to the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week. I got off on a really bad foot where I wasn't going to the gym at all. And I just realized the gym really helps me feel better. So yeah, we're going to go to the gym, probably do a little bit of weight training, a little bit of walking on the like walking pad or treadmill. And then I am going to list those 10 items today, which should put me at like 15 this week. I know I've changed my thing a lot of like what I want to do, but I think just having a little bit of a break helped me. I still love full-time reselling, so I'm going to keep on going with full-time reselling. And yeah, we'll just kind of see where it takes me, where it goes. I just have to understand some weeks are good, some weeks are bad. So yeah, I'm sorry if I came across as like complaining my last video. I definitely didn't want that to be the case. I'm definitely working on just having a more positive outlook on things and not being so stressed all the time. So yeah. And I am going to get back to making 2 videos a week. So I think just sharing content with you guys helps me hopefully be in a good mind space. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me and getting some work done. Hopefully you guys were able to get some work done. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye. See you later.